Episode 23. Ted is confronting Leslie about harassing his daughter Kat, and she tells Ted that he's scared she's going to expose him. Of course he's scared. Of course. His whole life would be uprooted if the truth comes out. Everybody thinks that Ted and Nicole have this fairy tale marriage, and to know that Ted stepped outside of it and had an affair, I mean, that would be devastating for Dr. Nicole. Well, I'm sure she wouldn't go to the extent that Danny is going through. But how would she react? And I know it would be devastating. And she would have a little bit more compassion for Danny. Although Danny just takes everything to the 10th degree. Moving on. Martin and Smitty asks Terrell what happened to his eye, and he tells them nothing and that he fell off his bike, as if they're really going to believe that silly story. Everybody knows how a black eye looks, and he has a black eye, and everybody knows how you get a black eye, and it ain't from falling off a bike. Next, Leslie tells Ted she got the abortion he paid for. And whoa, we finally get to hear more about the affair between Ted and Leslie. And the way that Leslie has presented the story to Eva has always been that Ted abandoned the family. So the way that she presented it to Eva, you would think that Eva was already born, that they were living as a happy family, and that Ted just met Dr. Nicole one day and decided that, yeah, I'm done with this family thing and I'm going with, Nicole. And that's not the story. Now you're getting a clearer idea of the story. And Ted and Leslie were having this affair, and that Leslie got pregnant and Ted gave her the money to get an abortion, but Leslie decided not to get the abortion. We're still trying to find out, and I'm sure that'll come out eventually, of how long this affair was and how serious was it. I don't think it was too serious. It seems like, from just what we're gathering, the little information that's being put out there, was that this was a short-term affair, and that Leslie just happened to get pregnant, and Ted was just, handle that, and she didn't want to. And so Ted asks Leslie, what is it going to take to get rid of you? And she tells him $50,000. How am I supposed to get that much money without being recognized? Blah, blah, blah. And then he finally just says, yeah, I'll get it. But Ted, and again, this is what I'm talking about, Ted, you're not using your brain, because even if you give her the money, what makes you think that she's going to stop the harassment? She's like Visa. She's everywhere he wants to be, or he is. It's like, do you actually think that behavior is going to stop because you gave her $50,000? No, it's not going to stop. So I think that's very foolish of him to think that it will stop. And how can he guarantee that she will stop the behavior? That's more of the question. Next, Martin and Smitty is still trying to find out what happened to Terrell's eye. And he's still lying about falling off his bike. So Martin asks Samantha, what did Terrell mean when he said she had his back? See, because Martin knows there's something more to this, and that Samantha has been covering for Tyrell. So I guess that's Martin's roundabout way of trying to get more info from Samantha. Next, Haley sees Bill escorting a woman out of his office to the elevator, and assume this woman is one of his clients. The client tells Bill no one needs to know until the time is right, and Haley's hiding as if Bill is cheating with this woman. See, and that's what happens when you get a man the way that Haley did. When you break up a family, when you cheat with a married man, even if the married man goes with you or marries you, in Haley's situation, Bill did marry her, that woman is still going to feel jealous and uncertain of her relationship because she knows how she got him. Next, Nicole sees Dr. McBride and Vanessa at the bar, and she asks Dr. McBride where has he been, and then she says that she hasn't seen him much at the hospital. And Vanessa's looking like, well, every time I turn around, he's telling me he got to go to the hospital. So she's getting suspicious, like, where is he going? But I think she's probably thinking more of he's cheating like she is, more than he has a gambling problem. And here comes Joey. He's showing up at the bar, and we all know it's not a coincidence. And Dr. McBride is looking very uneasy. And I wonder, is it registering in his head that Joey is a problem? This is why Randy told you not to get involved with Joey, because of things like this. Yeah, that's the $1 million question. He's not. Next, Samantha tells Terrell it's only a matter of time before their dads find out that he was sucker punched by an oversized jock. And we don't know why. Next, Eva is in Dr. Nicole's office, and she's going into Dr. Nicole's patient's files. And she grabs Leslie, aka Sherry Carter's file, to more than likely get rid of. But unbeknownst to her, Kat has a secret webcam hidden in her mother's office, recording everything. Next, Dr. McBride rushes to the casino to lose more money, and he tells Joey to keep his visits between them. Really? This is what I tell you. He's a brilliant man. Dr. McBride has to be a brilliant man because he's a cardiologist. But I mean, the street smarts, the common sense on this guy, my goodness. Like, really? Okay, Dr. McBride. Next, Dr. McBride's friend Randy tries to warn him again to slow his roll. But Dr. McBride ain't hearing it. Randy tells him he's trying to look out for him. And Dr. McBride says he has luck on his side. You don't have any luck on your side. I think people who become gambling addicts, they don't realize, especially the ones that gamble at casinos, they don't realize that casinos are businesses. And any business is going to look out for their best interests, not yours. So next, Joey finds out that Randy tried to get Dr. McBride to go home, and Joey gives Randy his final warning. And this is why I said Randy is such a good friend. He is putting, at this point, he's literally putting his life at risk because Joey's giving this final warning, but we don't know this final warning is in regards to losing his job or losing his life. Next, Kat tells her parents Eva was in the house rambling through Dr. Nicole's patient's files, and Kat goes to show her parents her recording of Eva, and then she realizes that the recording is gone. And she didn't realize that when Eva was leaving the house, when Kat came in looking for her, that Eva saw Kat's phone on the couch and she erased the recording. So, yeah, her mind was in the right place of trying to catch her, but Eva was a little bit too slick for her. And that ends the episode.